And good morning. It is the 28th of April already. Can you believe we're at the end of the fourth month of the year? Incredible. So let's talk about what we will be doing today. You'll notice that I'm on a split screen right now, so you can actually see what we will be doing today. We'll be starting on the scroll saw. And what I have here is one of my blanks that is a love spoon. And you can only see part of it. Let's see here. Yeah, there we go. So we have this particular love spoon that we will be doing the internal cuts today. See how quickly I can actually get this done. Then we will move over to the workbench where I already have started carving another love spoon. This is made out of cherry, and this is one of the simple designs that are out there. I forgot where I got this from. It might be in one of the books that I have, one of the many books that I have, but it's a real nice simple piece, and I like the different symbolisms here. So here what we have is the infinity symbol, and of course that means forever, and just goes on forever and ever. So that would be the relationships, and depending on how you look at this, this here, this particular heart, is the smaller of the hearts, and this could represent a child. So here you have the child, and then intertwined you have two hearts, which would be the mother and the father, and the share of their love. And then we have a three braided cord. In the Bible, it talks about how a three braided cord is unbreakable. So this represents the unbreakable bond of the family. So symbolically, I really do enjoy this particular piece here. Hey, JJE, hello back to you. Just going over what we're going to be doing today. So after we do the scroll saw over, where's my hand? I can't get my hand to it. There we go. Trying to do this blind. So after we cut this particular piece out, we'll talk about it as we move along. Then we'll move over here, and I'll show you the chisels and everything when I go to the full screen. So let's move over to the scroll saw. And here we go. I do have to get my hearing protection. It's here somewhere. Let me get that. And this is active noise canceling. Man, I'll tell you, this puppy is taking a beating. Let's see if I can get let me move this out of the way. Yeah, so if you see, I've been gluing the fake leather, and I've already replaced the earpiece once. Oh man, can't get it under the light. There we go. Now you can see that. It's peeling up. This is at least, oh my gosh, wait, this may be almost 10 years old. I put a cover on the corner, and these are Parrot Zics that are no longer made, and this is what I used when I used to travel globally. They work really well, and what's nice, they're all metal. I originally had a plastic pair of noise-canceling headphones, Bluetooth, and unfortunately, as I got into Atlanta on a trip to Taiwan, they fell off my lap and they broke. So I paid $300 10 years ago for these Parrot Zics, and man, they're still chugging along. So, needless to say, I'm happy that I got my money's worth out of them. Let's see, I gotta do this. Let's do a large one first. I'm using the number 3. Yeah, that's tight. I'm using the number 3 Flying Dutchman Ultra Reverse as usual. And this, I think, is birch. Yeah, I don't remember. But yeah, it's a softer wood, and it is a 3/4 inch thick. Um, so for a small spoon, we're talking this is maybe 6 inches in length. So this is one of the small spoons since it was done in the scrap area of some of the vehicles that I was cutting out. Um, so yeah, I think that covers. I think you can see. Let me get my dust handling on. Boy, that's loud. Woo! Okay, and get my magnifier down here. All right, let's get this interfering. And one of the negatives of having a 30-inch um, Pegasus is if I want to adjust the tension a little bit, I have to get up and walk around. Whereas the 21-inch, I could just lean right over and get that. I forgot to adjust the tension here. So here we go. I hope everybody's having a nice weekend. What I'm going to do, before I'm going to cut down both of these. So this is another favorite of mine. We've got a couple horseshoes. Back in here. There's a little bit. You know, I think what I'm going to do is nibble that. I'm going to nibble that. I think I need more seed. There we go. That's much better. That's better. So I had my shed taken down last week, my old shed, which is probably about 30 years old. You know, I'm drifting like crazy. That blade, I'm going to have to replace this blade. I think after this cut, I'm going to replace it. Maybe not. There we go. Nibble. So I had another shed built in the backyard, and last Monday, finally, after a month, I had another person come in and tear down my old shed, and this comes to the funny part. So when they were tearing down the shed and they got to the base, well, let me back up. I had the new shed built in front of the old shed and slightly to the right. It was actually, unfortunately, I had to have it built over my old wildflower garden. And what I thought I was going to do is when the old shed was taken up, I would then clear out that area. There we go. I would clear out that area and plant another wildflower garden. So as they were tearing it down and they finally got to the base, lo and behold, I had a concrete pad underneath it. Because it was there for so long, the dirt buildup along the sides was so much you didn't see it. You know, everything kind of composted into dirt, and all of a sudden it's like, wait a second here. Now, so I have a concrete pad, so what's going to happen this Thursday is I hired a company. Excuse me, my cough. Sorry about that. Ah. So I'm going to have a company come in that specializes in transporting sheds. Yeah, this. Oh yeah, wait a sec. This thing is twisting like crazy, and it's not cooperating. I'm going to change it out. Ah. Let's see. So they're going to come in with a mule. It's like a forklift, but it's a little bit different. And they're going to move the new shed onto the cement pad where the old shed used to be. And the funny thing is, that will then re-expose my wildflower garden. So it's still early in the season. Okay, I can't see. So it'll re-expose that, so I'll have my wildflowers back, and I'll probably expand upon that, make it bigger around the side of the new shed. Whoops. There we go. Okay. I'm still trying to get used to this 30-inch Pegasus. I'm not sure if I'm getting the blade tension as much as I like. So I'm going to tension it a little bit more. I'll do it by feel. Okay. Get that blade under control, or I may switch to a 5. Light down. There we go. Yeah, I was drifting off my line. Let's speed that up a little bit more. What I am going to do is, this cart has wheels. And it's shaking a little bit. So I've got some 2x4s that I've got to trim to length. I think I've got to tension this more. And get it stabilized. So this birch, there was birch, is 3/4 inches thick, which for this particular size spoon, it's a little bit too thick. So what I'm going to wind up doing after I cut this blank out is I'm going to put it on the belt sander and take some of the thickness off before I round the back. Yeah, I'm shaky on this. Wow. And then I can move my magnifying glass off the wall, and then back on the part. So I'm doing those smaller pieces. So that's kind of what I'm doing right now is I've been hesitating buying more wood. I'm trying to use up all the wood that I have underneath my bed. That way it can lie flat and it's in a low humidity rather than in the workshop. I want to use up all my wood and use up all the scrap so I can then feel comfortable buying more wood and have specific plans. One of the things that I'm trying to do is become very efficient in the use of my wood. Thus, what you see here is using wasted space immediately, or at least I plan for it immediately, I should say, and get it cut out. I may not finish it immediately, but these I use as gifts. Yeah, it just doesn't feel as tight as I'm used to. So, who do we have out there today? In addition to JJE, we have two concurrent. People are quiet. Look at that. Yeah, I'm going to move this back onto my cart. But these love spoons are really nice designs, simple to cut, simple to carve. And you know, you don't have to use the gouges like I use. You can use a Dremel, a rotary tool, and do some power carving instead to finish it. What we may do is switch over to the carving to get a little quiet here. And then come back to this. So we get a little variety today. Do that. You know, why don't you tell me, would you like me to switch over to the workbench so you can see a little carving for a bit and then come back to this? This was pretty repetitive. So you can see something different and hopefully try it. Just type in the comments what you'd like me to do. So I cut out another one of these yesterday, I think. I forgot. And what I'd already done is dummy me is I cut it out of the blade first. So I did the outside cut. Not impossible to do, but I like having my hands further apart. A, it keeps me away from the blade. B, I find that I can feel the wood a lot better. go. Get that squeezed out. Get a set corner there. Yeah. Ugh. Yeah, this size would be much better at half inch. I'm pulling the blade up pretty hard. Yeah, that was a little bit wild of a turn. So my brains are weird. Like I said, I'm still trying to get used to this focus. But you figure when I got it, just a few days later, I had injured my eye. So that pretty much took almost a month away. And I still haven't been sawing a whole lot. I think it took the wind out of my sails. One of the projects I was working on yesterday at home is I have a generator, gas generator, and a gas power washer. Now, I can't get them started. I think the gas went bad, gummed up the carburetors. So I worked on trying to clean it with spray, and if I spray ether down, starter fluid, it'll kick over, so that tells you the electrical system is working fine, but it won't run. So either A, it's not getting fuel, or B, it's getting fuel, but the fuel's just not igniting the fuel. So I'm going to get some of that non-ethanol fuel. You can get little cans of it. I'm not sure. It's expensive though. And see if that'll help. Either that, what I may do is just go to high octane, get 5 gallons of it. So I just put like half a gallon in each and see if that'll do it. Because the common denominator right now is the fuel. I did put new fuel in after draining everything out and cleaning. But it just wants to be stubborn. But I'm using that fuel in my weed whacker and in my blower, and it seems to be working fine. So maybe it's not the fuel, and it's just that things are really gummed up. I really don't want to take it to a small engine repair place, A, because they're so bloody heavy, and trying to lift it in and out of my SUV is going to be a nightmare. And my neighbor yesterday said that he could help out with it, so that would be my other option. Yeah. Here's where we're at so far. Getting there. So let's do this. Let's switch over to the workbench. Get some quiet. I'll leave that like so. Let's do a switch. And let's get some quiet here. Whew. Yeah, a little bit loud. So, make sure my audio is still good. There we go. Okay, now that looks soft. I'm trying to look at the focus. I think this camera is a little bit soft. It's a cheap camera versus my my Canon. But anyway, all right. So let's look at these. And what I am going to do is I'm going to do some of my stop cuts. And I like to use I'll do my straight stop cuts. This is, I forgot how many ounces this is. It's just the brass mallet, but I feel I have a lot of control. I do have my little hammers. So these stop cuts help stop the cuts. Yay! It's funny. Okay, let me do a curve here. So I'm taking one of my curved gouges, and I will work that along that. I should probably use a little bit larger one. Let's see, I did that. I think a straight will do here. Oops. So these are really my four favorites that I find that I use most of the time. Yeah, there we go. Let me do this one up here. So as I said, this is cherry. Oop, that's loose. So that actually reminds me of something. You see this is moving a little bit. What I've actually done is there's a small, probably 4mm by 4mm piece of wood that's about this length, so a little square. So that helps me lift this up. This is only 1/2 inch thick, and that way I can do all my cutting and edging and profiling and all that up versus being flush. What did I want to do here? Let's see. There it is. Oh, I didn't do this one. You can hear the difference in the tone, and my hits don't go as deep. Again, you can use a rotary tool. So, for example, here hollowing out the spoon portion, and I may use it here to make it go deeper, but too much noise. I want quiet right now. So let's do an easy one here. And let me show you what I do. So if I don't do it in Photoshop, I'll do it right here. You'll see that okay, let's go back. What I'll do is I'll shade in where I want to go deep on that. So if you're looking at, let me get over here. If you're looking at the infinity, you'll see I'm up high here. We'll get to this in a moment. And then we go down, and then this is down. So it looks like it's going over and under. Same thing here. I've shaded here, here. I still haven't quite decided here. The hearts, again, this will be over, this will be under. So let's do the heart, and see what happens. And I'm going to go in a little bit here. There we go. And I'll fix that. I'll make that smooth. I'm going to do this the wrong way. Now, what I'm doing, or what I'm using, I should say, is a little bit different clamping mechanism than I usually use. There we go. That was a little bit too deep. So I'm going to have to usually what I'll do is all the forward cuts. I'm going to save that. So now you can see how this is starting to develop. It's going under and then over, and then I'm going to trim this back as well. Okay, let's see how I want to do this. This is going to be down, so I'm going to have to flip this. I'll do this one here. There we go. That's a little bit better. Yeah, I think I'm going to have to flip this. Which one do I want to use? I'm going to do the middle here. My last one that I did similar to this, I made a error on the over-under here. You know, this is hurting my finger. Let me see, where's my glove? There we go. I'm going to do this. Yeah, right here, it's a little bit, you know, it's a sharper edge. And, no, that ain't working. That was stupid. All right, let's get this light. So what I wound up doing, instead of trimming it at an angle down, I went all the way down. And, you know, it still looks okay, but that wasn't my original idea. There we go. So, this is up. That's up. This is down. This is down. All right, I'm going to flip this. So as I started to say, as always, I start to say something. I have a little bit different type of mounting mechanism that I'm trying out. So here's the stick. Usually I just use the clamp that's built into my table here, and use that. It's actually, I don't know if it's faster than this little method of using what I have on the dogs or not. So I put that in there, put that up in there. Actually got to loosen it up a little bit more. So you'll see what I do also is I use the blank itself to hold my piece. That way I have even pressure all the way around, because if I did it up against, say, a flat piece of wood like this, these areas here are very fragile and most likely would break. Just trying to nibble that out a little bit cleaner. Get it smooth. And I'll come back and I'm going to round all that and everything too. But let me do this here. All right. I know I want to go down here. All right, I'm going to do the easy ones right now. As I think about my other cuts, here we go. Let's see how that's looking on camera. A little bit fuzzy. Man, that's irritating. You know, I'm going to try something here. I'm going to move my other camera. Loosen, lefty tight, yeah, what is it? Lefty loosey, righty tighty. And what I'm trying to do right now is get another camera. Okay. Let's see. I have to stay off. All right, so let's switch cameras here. There we go. That looks a little bit clearer, but a different angle. Let's do the split. Yeah, I can definitely see the difference in the in that. Let me back up a little bit. Okay. Yeah, so this is going over my shoulder. I'm going to try and stay back. Oh man, that may not work. All right, here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to have to move the whole cart here. So hold on for a second. And we're going to move the cart. Ugh, it's getting caught on the wire. Yep, that ain't going anywhere. All right. Always go the wrong way. There we we go. Okay, that should be sharper. Better focus. And a little bit better angle so that my hands are not in the way. Okay, so what were we going to do here? This was going to go way down. And then now I got to get my seat a little bit lower. There we go. I think I'm going to give myself a little bit deeper stop cut here. Two. Cherry is very splintery. Is this cherry? Wait a second. I'm sorry, no, this is mahogany. So mahogany is a little bit splintery. And feels dry when I cut, and gritty. That's why I'm doing a very gentle cut along this edge here. So this is really my rough cuts. Okay, I'm gonna lengthen that a little bit. So it's a little bit more gradual going down to match this. I'll get the heights the same. So I'm going to do a little bit of yard work when I'm done with this video. I've got some really nice weather for a change. There we go, that's getting there. Let's smooth that out a little bit. There we go. All right, so what did I want to do? I want to go down on this. Sorry, you can't see what I'm doing right now. I said I'm doing this backwards. Not the best technique. All right. So this is up, this is down. I'm going to come back further here. Let's go deeper. All right, that's deep enough, I think. And let's go match this angle as it goes down. And match that. I see a little bulge there. Sorry I'm blocking you. Okay. Goes down. That comes up. You know, I may keep this low, this whole part low. I wonder. So you'll notice that I hear that. Yeah, see that chipped a little bit there. So I'm going to come this way. Smooth that out. Just didn't like, I'm going to go with my ankle. There we go. Let me smooth that out a little bit more and show you what I'm doing. So I'm trying to smooth this out. There's a little bit of a bump here before it goes down. See if I can do that one-handed. There we go. That smooths it out a little bit. Yeah, that's a little bit better. So you'll notice how the paper comes off real easy. So what I'm using is a, what is it, removable? Repositionable. I think it's the Elmer spray that I'm using right now. So I glue directly to the wood with this repositionable. Leaves very little residue. Anything that is left on sands off quite easily. And what works real well here is I can just shave off and still see my pattern. As you can see here. And the paper comes off nice and easy. Versus if I do it like my others, where I put the shelf liner, clear shelf liner down, and that would be not so good. So I'm trying to get some shape there. A lot of that will be reshaped with when I hand sand this. But usually I am wearing at least one glove. These are level, I think these are level 5. A4, cut proof. Because these chisels are pretty sharp. I just sharpened them up yesterday, last night. And what I also do is I will strop once in a while. I haven't done so yet until now. So I'm not sure if starting earlier, like I used to, or did up until last week, is better than starting a little bit later. So I would like to hear from you as to what time works better. I'm slowly creeping it up because I'm not really getting the views anymore. That may be because I haven't been doing my short videos. What do I want to do there? Let me get my brush. I'm going to have to turn this around again. I'm going to I think I'm going to spin that around. Again, not sure if I totally like this method. I mean, I like the way it holds. So this is my big scoop here for my 4-inch piping for my other dust handling system. All right, what was I doing? I just forgot. Yeah. There we go. Okay, so I was working here. Let me get that stop cut. Try to get that clean. Give myself enough room for when I round everything. Yeah, I may have to move this so that we're shooting this way. I think that'll be the next thing that I try. I can try. That doesn't give me enough. But that'll be the out of focus camera, and I don't want that. So we're going to suffer. Oh boy, wait a second. Let's get that in focus again. Okay. Oh, where was I? Okay, let's get this smooth. So that it's a smooth transition down. I can feel right over here just a little bump. There we go. And let's I think I may do that to this here as well. A lot of times you just make decisions on the fly. You do have a plan. I'm going to go deeper here. Don't want that to splinter. I'm trying to angle back. You notice that I'll adjust the angle, so I'm trying to adjust how much, how little I take off. I think this I'm going to do the same thing. I really like this angled, what's this, 8mm. It's pretty much one of my go-tos. That and the flat, but this has the slight angle this way versus this one, which is straight across. And this cuts well. Especially when you're going with the grain. And I got some bigger ones. I have a whole set, but again, like with any tool, you find what you like. Let's see. I'm going to get that a little bit more gradual here. But you find the tools that you like the best. that do the job, handle well. Yeah, I think I'm gonna, let me reverse that. So I get a feel. I wanna make that a little bit more gradual of a slope. There we go. Sorry about blocking you again. I think I want to go deeper. Gotta get a little bit, get that cut. That piece doesn't want to come out. All right, come on. Let me get my angle here. Get the point in. There we go. All right, let's get that heart shaped a little bit more. So next time I'm on the workbench, I'm gonna try and readjust the cameras, figure out why that other camera is so soft. I'll do this one-handed here. Not getting the angle that I want. Well, hard to believe we've already been at this for an hour. Yeah, starting to get the I don't like the way that sounded. So when you're doing, I mean, really anything, whether you're scrolling, whether you're carving, you're using a lot of your senses. You know, of course, the feel. You know, how fast is the wood going? You know, you're using your sight. Are you cutting on the line? But to a certain extent, you're also using your ears. So I'm using my ears to hear how the wood is cutting. And sometimes I hear like a crunching sound. And that's telling me that the wood is starting to splinter. So I'm going a weird way against the grain and have to change the angle of attack. And it's the same thing when you're on a scroll saw. You know, you'll hear it start to chatter, for example. See, I'm trying to make this heart a little bit rounder. So you'll see I'm coming in and angling quite a bit. That's my brush. So I'll be able to turn on my air handling system and get these shavings all sucked up. but I kind of enjoy the quiet. And that's what I like about carving, is you just hear the wood cutting and the there we go. That's a better feel. See, this needs to be cut this way. There we go. Let me take this off. Get an idea of what's starting to happen here. There. So now you can see what's starting to happen in terms of the shape. And I'm coming back and I'm changing the angle even more to get a sharper, so that when I do take it to get the sandpaper to it, it'll round off really nicely. Chip that just a little bit. And I think I'm going to go deeper here. May have to deepen my stop cut. Yeah, I'll have to change that. Come on. Got that one little piece that just wants to be stubborn. There we go. Yeah, I'm going to have to reverse this on that. There we go. Okay. Let me get the paper off this. Let's see. Now let's get the paper off here. I think I don't need. Oh, I think I went a little bit too deep. Smooth that out. All right, so now taking all the stencil off, the pattern, Now I'm going to let the wood speak to me of how I need to finish these cuts let's see, get my glasses. Actually, what I think I want to do is, and this, you always probably wonder, why do I always have a pencil? Well, because of this. Whether it's on the paper or whether it's on the wood itself, like here, as I think of things, okay, this will look better when the edges are profiled. I'll do a quick one here. Might need to use my V. I don't think I brought my V out. Nope, that's my U. I've got a V blade. That I could do this. All right, I need a better stop cut here. But I can do this. Yeah, let's see. Maybe a better stop cut here. And actually, this stop cut, I'm getting deep enough. Yeah, right now I'm feeling a little bit too lazy to go get my V gouge chisel. And actually, I do want to go deeper here. Sorry, I'm blocking you again. Yeah, you can hear it's dry and gritty for this mahogany. I thought it was cherry at first, but I forgot. No, that's not what it was. Now I'm debating. I kind of like what I'm doing here. Kind of coming down. I'm not sure. Or doing it deep like here. I'm going to stay shallow at first. Okay, so this is up. I can come down here, but I want to stay up here. Make it a little bit sharper. There we go. The idea is, of course, to make it look like an intertwined cord. There we go. I may have to go deeper here. Round that off. Let's round this off a little bit. See, I'm trying to just take a, oh, shattered. Yeah. Yeah, mahogany is tougher to work with. Just trying to get a little bit. All right, we've got up, we've got down. Yeah, I may revisit that with a V. I'm not sure. I mean, I do pretty good with this flat, I should say slightly angled blade. Take off just a little bit. I think I got to go lower here. There we go. Trying gritty. So I'm slow pretty much in everything I do. Very deliberate. All right, that's kind of rough. Let me smooth that out just a little bit. Okay, I think that is where I'm going to end today's show, but I do want to show you what this looks like close up. Oops. So that way you can see how things are starting to shape up. Okay, so let's see here. So now, let's look at the top first. I still need to do more on the infinity, but I was focusing. All right, let's get in the light here. Ah, man. All right, let's zoom in. Oh, out of focus. There we go. Okay, so you can see I'm starting to, let me get my pencil here. I'm starting to round this off, so I'm going to round it off a little bit more. I want to get this down because this is an up here, then goes down to do the over-under for the infinity. And then let's take a look at the two hearts here. And again, I'm going to come down a little bit more here. There we go. I'm going to come down a little bit more here. But now looking at those two hearts, you can see the over-under here. And I may dig in a little bit more, but I've got to be careful because I have half an inch to play with, and I still want to round everything off on the back side. So I know that I'm going to take probably 1/4 of an inch off. So I want to be careful how deep I go. So this piece, I may go a little bit more. Let's see. There we go. Don't know if you can see that. Yeah, right there. So you can see the line that I just drew here. That's about a little bit more that I want to go. A little bit deeper. Same thing here. Here we go. Let's see if you can see that line. A little bit. There it is. So I'll take off just a little bit more. I probably could have done it during the initial. All right, now let's take a look at the twisted cord. So now you can see that it's actually starting to actually look like a twisted cord. So imagine you have this, and then you spin this this part of the spoon, the heart, and twist it around, so you can see, yeah, that's beginning to look like it is actually twisted, because we are, let's see, actually I can probably go down a little bit more here. So I'm going to come down a little bit more here, because this is an up. So we'll trim that just a little bit and smooth that out here. This is an up and here's a down. So I'm still deciding here how I want to transition from this low to high, whether I want to do it smooth as I currently have it. All right, it's kind of a smooth arch, or whether I want to go sharper. I still have to clean up this area here. So I need to clean up this area here. And then we're, of course, going to go deeper on the spoon here. So that is the plan. Also, as I go deeper, I'm going to come closer to the edge. I debate as I go deeper whether I want to have a very sharp, not sharp, but a very thin edge here and then go down, or have a defined spoon like I have now, go deeper, of course, and then round this over. Deciding that, remember, you can always take away wood. It's a little bit harder to put wood back. So you'll see I went down, gosh, let's see, I think only this far. So far, I've only gone down this far. That looks about right. And again, I'm going to be curving this to at least a 1/4 inch, so it'll be wide out here, but thinner. Let me see. No, wait a second. Yeah, it's thinner on the outside and gets thicker in the middle. So hopefully I'll be able to match that here, because you don't want to get too thin, of course. So that's the issue. Those are the plans that I want to do. Again, most likely I'm going to go a little bit deeper. And we'll see. But overall, it's starting to look good. It's looking like things are twisting and going over and under and all that stuff. So there you go. I think that will conclude things for today. May the Lord richly bless you and make it a great day right here at Poppy's Workshop. Bye for now.